Hi everyone, so I'm here to do my 28-week pregnancy update. So I'm officially in the third trimester and yeah, it's kind of crazy. I apologize for the lighting. I'm doing this at night and so it's dark out and so things are just whatever. They're not as good as they usually are, but I figured this was really the best and only time that I was probably going to get around to doing this, so I'm just going to get it done now. So I am 28 weeks and 3 days today. It's Thursday. And this past week has been pretty uneventful. It's been really exciting to finally officially be in the third trimester. And so it's crazy. It's crazy that I'm down to, less than 12 weeks now till my due date. So that's exciting. The baby this week is the size of, depending on what app you look at, it's the size of an eggplant, or the size of a head of cabbage, or the size of an echidna, which is like a little furry animal. I'm actually not sure if it's furry or spiky. Anyway, but depending on the app, it says anywhere from like 14.5 inches to like 16 inches long, and weighing around like 2 to 2.5 pounds or something like that. So that's cool. As far as symptoms go for the last week, nothing really new to report. I'm definitely getting tired. I fell asleep this afternoon. Lex and I were watching a movie, and I fell asleep on the couch while we were watching the movie. So definitely having my days of feeling more tired and run down and stuff. We have been busy the last couple of days, so I think that it's partly that. But it's a little bit unusual for me to fall asleep during the day. I have trouble napping a lot of times, so. And then just kind of the same normal pregnancy stuff. Feeling really, I'm getting really big. Feeling lots of movement, lots of kicking and jabbing and all kinds of stuff, like all the time. It's crazy. This is a very active baby inside, at least. I'm hoping that it's interesting to try to remember what my first pregnancy was like as far as that goes, because my son is very energetic and running around all the time. But I feel like this time the baby is more active than the first time. So I'm hoping that doesn't translate to an even more high energy kid, but we'll see. Obviously they'll be however they're gonna be, and that's totally fine, but I would love to have kind of a calmer second kid. And yeah, in other news, on Saturday afternoon, all three of us, my husband Eric and our son Lex and myself, drove to the house of our childbirth educator from my first pregnancy. We did a Bradley Method class, which is kind of a long, intense, it's like a 12-week class. I think the classes were once a week for 2 hours. It was kind of a lot. But it was helpful the first time in a lot of ways. And so we went and met with that, our teacher from that, to do like a little bit of a refresher and to talk through some things from my first birth and like how we could hopefully make things go a little bit better and stuff like that. Kind of processing the first birth, which I've done a lot of over the last 3.5 years, but you can kind of never have too much of that, especially as you're approaching another birth, because I'm finding that things are like coming back up from the first labor and delivery and all of that. And so that was nice to meet with her and to have kind of like a refresher of labor and talk through our first birth. And then last night we met with our doula, who's the same doula that we had for our first birth. And so my son's birth was her like 5th birth that she had been at, so she was very new to being a doula, and now she has a lot more experience, and you know, she'll have had almost 4 additional years of experience. So she has a lot more information and kind of stuff to offer. So we met with her. She came here and we talked for like 2 hours. It was a long meeting, but it was really nice, and we talked through kind of expectations and hopes for this birth, talked through a little bit about what happened the first time, and you know, things that I could maybe do ahead of time to hopefully get the baby in the best position possible, because that was one of the problems most likely in my first birth, was that he was just not in the best position. So it just made things a lot more difficult. So that was really nice to get to see her and talk through things, and we will probably meet again as my due date gets closer, like the end of January maybe, and touch base, and obviously we'll keep in touch between now and then, and like as things are happening. So that was good too. So I feel like we're like getting things done a little bit, and it's starting to feel like, as I've been thinking this whole pregnancy, like, oh, I have all this time to do all of this stuff. Now I don't feel like I have quite as much of a luxury of time to do the things that I want to do. So I really need to start like getting on the ball and doing these things. So I'm really glad that we got those 2 meetings out of the way. And the other thing that has been happening this last week is that I have been continuing to test my blood sugar at home with a glucometer that I talked about last week. And that has been going well, although it's been a little bit difficult to, I don't feel like I was given the best kind of overview and instructions on how to do it. Not the actual like taking of my blood sugar. I know how to test that. Like that's not a problem. But as far as the timing goes for like when to test after meals, so I'm supposed to be testing 4 times a day. I'm supposed to be doing a fasting blood sugar when I first get up before I eat anything. And then I'm supposed to test 2 hours after the start of each meal. Now the problem has been that I am kind of a slow eater and kind of more of a grazer and stuff like that. So like if I'm counting 2 hours from when I take my first bite of a meal, then that means that I might be testing only an hour or less from when I last ate something. So that's affecting the results. I had some numbers that were higher than what they would really want, maybe like 2 or 3 times after meals. And those were instances where like I remember that I had something to eat like 45 minutes before I took my blood sugar. So it's not giving them accurate information. So I've emailed back and forth a little bit with the nurse and asked if I should alter my eating habits while I'm doing this, and she said that yeah, that would be a good idea. So I'm being more conscious, and like I eat the meal and then I stop eating and then I test 2 hours after that meal. And since then the numbers have been totally fine. So I don't think that there's any kind of concern, but when I submitted my first set of numbers, like almost the first week of it, and I got a response back like, oh, it looks like you have some kind of high numbers after some meals, and I was surprised at that because I didn't think that they were actually high based on the information that I had of what they considered normal range. But then in kind of thinking about it more, I'm like, I'm probably not actually testing 2 hours after the meal. Like it's probably not giving them the results that they're looking for. So that's been a little bit tricky to figure out. And so I have, today's Thursday, so I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, let's say, so like 5 more days. And unless they want me to continue doing it because of kind of the messed up first week, I'll be done at that point. So that will be good. But all of the numbers have seemed fine, even with the kind of couple of higher numbers. They haven't been super high. They've been within normal range for taking your blood sugar an hour after you eat. So I'm not concerned about it. So that's kind of, this is longer than I thought it was going to be. That's been this past week. I do have a few baby buys to share. I'm not going to share everything because like I bought a bunch of stuff on Black Friday and over that weekend. And it's come in, like they've all of that stuff has arrived now. So I'm just going to share a couple of things that I think are just adorable and I'm excited about. The first thing is, this is from Target. A lot of this, I think most of the stuff that I'm going to show is from Target. And this is a little newborn outfit. It has a little fox on it, and it's like a knitted sweater kind of a thing. And it has a hat with fox ears and these cute knitted pants. And I just thought that that was a really cute set. It's in newborn size, but it seems awfully big to be newborn, so we'll see when it actually fits, but I thought that was really cute. And then I got this set of 4 onesies in 9 months, and it's like a penguin theme. I have a thing for penguins, so I have a couple of penguin things that I've gotten, but this is, it says like, I love my little penguin, chill out, cute penguin, stuff like that. And then it has little penguins on it, so that's one of them. And then there's this one that has like different moods of penguins, which is cute. And then this one with penguins, and that one says mommy and me equals love, or heart. So I thought those were really cute. I got this set of 4 0 to 3 month long sleeve onesies in a dinosaur theme, which I thought that Lex would enjoy picking out for the baby to wear. So there's that one, there's just a striped one, there's one with like all different dinosaurs. He thought this one was pretty cool when we got it, and then just a blue one. And then the last thing is I got matching outfits for Lex and the baby. So this is in, the baby's one is in newborn size, and unfortunately did not come like put together the way that the larger one did. So it's again a penguin theme, and it's this really soft fleece. So there's this long sleeve top and these fleece pants and this onesie with a hood that has a little penguin there, that says cute and cozy. So that's really cute. So that's the newborn size, and then this one is in a 4T for Lex to be able to wear. So it's the same thing, except it's not a onesie, it's just a shirt for that one. So I thought that was really cute. And Target had like ridiculous deals towards the end of the weekend of after Thanksgiving, where they had like 30% off and then an additional 15% off, and like it was pretty crazy, some of the deals that they had. So I was glad to find some cute things. I have discovered I washed like all of the clothes that we had from Lex up through like 6 months-ish, and I have a lot of clothes, so I need to really, like, once I have everything together, it seems like a lot more than I thought. So I definitely need to kind of keep an eye on how much I'm buying and what I'm buying and everything. So so that is it for my 28-week update. This has ended up being much longer than I thought it was going to be, so I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for watching. I will include my belly shot at the end here. And I will talk to you again soon. I'm not sure if I'll go back to weekly updates or do it every other week. I know that I just did an update last week, but I'm trying to kind of get back on even weeks. So so I will either be back next week or the week after. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.